Oh, guess what? It's like filmed early. Oh, that's lovely. I love it when it does that. I know. Why did it go early? I don't know. But we may have to move it.
It's 1:59.
Huh? I know, isn't it? It's not working yet. Okay. It will in a minute.
Like,
wow, it's really hard to be a witchy witch and can't get the magic of the internet to work for you. Lovely. Hello, Happy Hoarder here. And I think I need to adjust my, hello, my dear. I'm going to do some work here because I can't do magic from over there. So we're going to figure out where I am in this picture. This ought to be interesting. Now, we'll see what happens. Now that I can see what's actually happening and see period, because seeing is always a wonderful part of this. Including, don't put your glasses down because you'll never see what you're doing. I've lost everything. So I hope you are trying to join me at this point. I'm trying to join me at this point. I just can't get it to work. Hang on. So much to do today. To start with, I got to go shopping because, you know, it is October after all. And Phil, I'm getting all these messages from iPad instead of being able to work on my, I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. My lovely assistant. It's not popping up yet. Server message, something went wrong. We'll see what's going wrong here in a minute. But I'm live on live, according to the phone. So, first of all, we'll talk about my little hat. Now, I have my dressy hat, and I have my informal hat, and this is my dressy hat that I just made for myself, and I will be including a video later this week on this lovely chapeau. As if it's just virtually impossible to wear. It just messes with my lighting, and I can't stand it at all. Now, wouldn't it be lovely if cats could live forever? Let me take my glasses off for a moment. Alas, my poor familiar Storm passed away. Her 9 lives finally wore out. And it's such a sad situation. Isn't that right, Storm? Yes. But we keep her around. She's so lovely. And in good form. And she will talk on forever if I let her. Storm! Storm! Settle! Settle. Thank you. But originally, Philip really, my it got really dark. I don't know. Something happened to my lighting. My lighting was off. Anyway, it really is. It's changed. We get right up in the drink. Okay. So let's see what's going on. I see Glenda is here, and I'm going to have to put my glasses back on, but darn those little suckers, they run off and hid from me. You're going to have to deal with the glare, people, because I've got to see what's going on. Glenda is here, and it's 6 a.m. in Australia. Lord love her. Debbie's here. Hey, hey, Dad. And Atticus, the Scotty and Dry Prong. Thank you for joining me so much. Red hair looks good on you. Well, maybe the oranger shades, not so much. I need a little bit more blue with my skin. It's all in how you make up. I'm just saying. Lots of yellow. Lots of yellow. So, every good witch needs a wonderful familiar, and like I said, Storm was with me for hundreds and hundreds of years, but those 9 lives eventually just wear out. And so this year, I had this brilliant idea, and I had a very hard time with my no shopping September, because a lot of things were appearing in Dollar Tree especially that I just really wanted to have. And I was so disappointed when, after it was all over and I could go shopping on October 1st, alas, I found nothing. All of the Halloween stuff I wanted was gone. It was so picked over, but absolutely gone. And I just like, I'm not going to go to Monroe to pick that up. What am I going to do? So, and what were the chances it would be there? I know you can order online. I know. I think so, right? Seems like you would be able to do that. But one of the things I've always wanted for my wonderful vintage cage, which I thrifted, by the way. I am a thrifty witch, after all. I just love this vintage cage. So many good stories about it. And Storm, you're finally going to get released now after all this time in your cage. Just want to point out here, when I start going through all my good finds, I will show you one of the good finds that I'm really proud of. Now, so Storm is leaving and going over here, because this is something I've always wanted. But alas, they had none when I went there. And while we have flower debris in here, I don't know, we don't do flowers. Oh, yes, we do flowers. We actually do flowers, and we will be doing flowers here shortly. So I went back a couple of days ago, and there it was. There were only a couple left, and they just kind of reappeared. But I've always wanted a dead crow. In a moment now, I will be sacrificing my life and limb to try to melt the little feet on this plastic crow around the stand so I can put it in the cage where it belongs. So I really hate doing DIYs on live that I've never done anything like before, so this could be very interesting. Let's see what's going on my feed. Love the dead cat, thank you. I do too. And let's see, what else? Next year, do a shop. Oh, no shop. Oh, no, it just doesn't ring. No shop August doesn't ring. Now then, if you have been to Dollar Tree recently, then you know they have some interesting little metal buckets. There's so much fun, the things you can put in a metal bucket. Unfortunately, they are Dollar Tree quality, and they're quite dented up and very flimsy. Is the word I like to use, flimsy. Is that appropriate? So, what I have done here is, I didn't buy any. I didn't buy them when I went to check out. Someone had put this one in the clearance section because it was dented, just a little dented. It's not too severe, a little something right here. And it was down to 50 cents, of course. It ended up in my basket because now it's a good deal, right? I did pick up these lovely fingernails. Oh my dear, I've never worked in fake nails. Excuse me a moment, my little monster has left the door open. I can hear the outside noises. And I am so tempted to just lock that door so he can't come back in. But anyway, I love these nails. I'm wearing them today. And yes, they had no glue. I had to go to another store to buy glue. So I'm very excited about these. And over here for later. Now, speaking of nails, I did pick up some gold and some silver glitter because Christmas is coming, and these are wonderful for crafts. I doubt I'll wear them on my actual fingers, but they're brilliant for crafts. So hang on to those. Put those in that pile. And yes, and here's my bucket. So here, I actually got 2 of these buckets, but I'm using this other one for another little project that I did. But the good news was they actually had some of these. I had taken them out of their little cardboard container, and I'm going, I have 2 people watching right now. This is, 4, hello. Oh, including me probably, but you know. But I have these. Guess what I'm going to use these lovely things for? You'll never guess. You'll never guess. But go ahead, try. Just try it and guess. And then I'll get back to you on that. Now, one of the things that just broke my heart was, first of all, for the people who are making these out of the Dollar Tree skeletons, thanks a lot for not telling me how difficult it is to make these things. I used rings from a vintage macrame supply stuff that I had, you know, from the 70s or 80s or whenever they were popular. Oh, 70s, 60s, very long time ago. So I had a couple of metal rings, which were great for stability. But then it was all about gluing and straightening and making sure they were strong. And I, being the OCD witch that I am, yes, I was determined to get it level. Okay, that is not a thing. It is almost impossible to get everybody coordinated to make it level. And so this was my nightmare. And then, of course, I'm like, can I get the legs? No. But I think it turned out quite interesting. And yes, I do like to keep mine upside down because I just like to be that kind of person. And I had this wonderful tray to go on top because I couldn't find one of those adorable little spider webs that everyone else is getting. There were none at my store. Ugh, strike 2. But then I went back, and would you believe? Not only was there a crow, but there was a spider web basket as well. I was meant to have it. And if you leave that door open again, I'm coming after you with a really nasty spell. So, my little helper. Now, so this one going because I like this one much better. But when I built it, unfortunately, I did build it for the bigger tray. And so it kind of sits weird. Now, it can go either way. And how I have spray painted this was with some, what I like to call my FX spray, and it's spray that for some reason is not coming out of the nozzle properly, and it just spits everywhere. So I just spray all over it like magic. Now I did leave my little heads loose because I definitely like the way they move around. They're so creepy. And so I may have to touch this up with some spray as well. But you know, somewhere between here and here, I am kind of digging the flat top. As you see, it just only accentuates how not level these little suckers are. I could just work on that hand right there. Heat gun or something. So this was fun. This is something I've always wanted to make. In fact, I have had these little skeletons for so many years. Did we guess? This is what our guesses were. Hey there. Oh, thank you, Indy. Thank you so much for saying I look amazing. I appreciate that. So Edwin is here. Hello. Did we guess what I'm using the salad tongs for? But anyway, I've always wanted to make these, and this is my chance to finally do it, and it was fun, and I'm so happy I got my little basket. But either way, it looks lovely. And that will be going on my table, my fantastic table that I'm going to be putting together. Oh, I got some more of these little potion bottles, and you know what I'm talking about here. These little lovelies. And these, if you have not picked up any of these, then you need to go and check these things out. So if you joined us a little late, Edwin, I don't think you met my cat Storm. And that was a whole nother story, but let's go back and watch it again. Now, I did pick up these beautiful little metal signs that say thankful and all that, just such sweet sentiment that I'm going to put on my sign that's out right outside my door. So that was a good find. I'm so glad we had those there because I went back and they were gone. They were all gone. Again with that. But they had these. They had this more like a French bucket thing, whatever they call these, for 25 cents because they were not quite right and they're coming unglued. Really? Oh, I grabbed 4 of them. Actually, 2 were 50 cents and 2 were 25. But yes, they had 2 for 25 and 2 for 50. I snatched those suckers up. No, I would not have bought them at regular price. I am that cheap. But they are very flimsy, being the key word here. So yes, my lovelies, that is what I got. And for now for the fun part, we're going to see what I do with. Oh, we'll talk about this guy first. We'll get him out of the way. So it's safe. What's going on? Let's have been bid here due to Glinda, but I had to. Oh, good deal. Thank you so much for joining us, Edwin. Okay. I like the Mega Skeleton server. Found your lovely channel. Give me a minute. All right. Let's see. All right. I don't see any answers yet. But someone's going to have to tell you. I'm using these, and now I hope you're sitting for this, because I know no one has ever used these before. Salad tongs! Yes. I'm having a little get together, and we're having a salad, and I have salad tongs now. I just think that's just lovely. So yay for me! Oh, and this is my friend. I'm lucky if I'll be able to keep these nails on. This is some crazy stuff, but yes, my Dollar Tree nails are lovely, and they go so good with my hair. Look at that. And the lips. Perfect. My pumpkin. The story about this pumpkin, he's hung around my house for years, and I finally cut him out last year. And then this year, I decided to paint him. Does he remind you of anything? He's actually designed, more or less, after one of the scarecrows from one of the best movies ever, Legend of Sleepy Hollow, by Tim Burton. Yes, so this is my little pumpkin. He just made an appearance. Been working on him. I've been bringing him up today. I want to set you over here, my dear, because we are fixing to get dangerous over here. So my lovely assistant, who just left, made me a stick, and he painted my birdcage black, because someone went to a lot of trouble to paint it white, and I bought it for like, I don't know, I think I paid $6 or $7 for it at a thrift store, and yeah, and then I painted it black, because that's how we do things. Now, I am not good with these things. I don't use them, ever. They're scary. They're hot. That's why I just can't imagine what's fixing to happen. So this is why I don't do things live, people. Just so you know, I have some cute ideas for those salad tongs. Oh, I bet you do. Now those salad tongs, I have seen some brilliant things made out of them. So many wonderful things. But right now, I need some salad tongs. And those are perfect for my little party. And you can see my table in the background. Nope, you can't. But we're going to be making a centerpiece for that as soon as if I survive the not burning my hands off with this little bit of a challenge. Now, at this time, do I need safety glasses for this? I don't know. But I do have gloves that I will be wearing. I have never done this. So, any words of advice before I get started? Nice pumpkin head, very fitting. Yes, I do love a good scary pumpkin head, that's for sure. There's a button. There's no temperature control. This is by Wagner, not a sponsor. And I think my husband brought me his gloves, so they're going to be very, very large. I'm a little bit scared to do this on live. I really, really, really am. So bear with me, yes. Bear with me. Oh my gosh. I've seen so many people doing this. And how hard can it be? My wig on, it might be a little bit dangerous. Get all my little hanging stuff out of the way. Goal here is to get, oh, wait a second. Oh, yes, I know what I'm doing. Remind me to take the bark off the stick before I put it in. Get the foot to fit on this. And come off because I can't get them both in the cage. Oh, maybe I can. I'll try. I probably can shove it in. I've seen people do this and they just melt. And I'm hoping that's the case. Am I doing this right? Is anyone wondering if she get that cage? Yes, my cage came from Rolling Hills. My favorite store in the whole world. Oh, watch that hair. I am trying to keep it away. So let me see. What is going on here? It's not softening. I have to hold it really close. I'm a little worried about this craft. Are you kidding me? Let's see. I don't know if people are doing this. I've never done it, like I said, 4 million. It just got louder. Come on. So I kind of got that one to bend a little, maybe. I really thought this was going to be a quick fix. This bending, hang on a second. I don't have a good feeling about this. I really don't. It's kind of all new to me. But I also don't have much dexterity in these gloves. This, it's like he's doing some bad stuff with his finger, is going to be interesting and very hard. This is not working. It's working, but I think it's going to take me a very long time, and I'm deciding this is probably not the thing I want to be spending my whole live stream doing, because I really want to get to my most important thing, and that is my centerpieces. So, yeah, get the idea? It will bend. Bird's going to go in here, and then stick and all will go in here. And look, I want to tell you a little something that's adorable. Speaking of things I find at Rolling Hills. This right here is glass. Now, it's an old one because they make them out of plastic now, but the nozzle here is actually out of glass. How adorable is that? So, we're going to say, are we good with this? We're good with this. We're not moving forward with that because I'm not getting a good feeling. This is going to be a very safe thing to do. And it's going to take a long time. So, out of the way, everybody. I have much more things planned, please. If not, I will just put Storm back in her cage. That always is a good. So, anyway, another good idea. Okay, so this is back to my hat. If you didn't see my hat earlier, Annie, I wanted you to catch it really quick. So I basically combined two hats into one. I just like that orange stripe. Orange with my hair color. Just not a good look, you know what I'm saying? But yes, this just turned into a lot of fun to put together. This is my formal hat. My fancy hat. I really didn't want this on my worktop. Now, let's talk about fun things. Like not catching my house on fire. with this. Oh, and I do have on my witchy shoes. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean I'm not wearing them. But yes, these are my witchy shoes, and they're awesome. Now, if you've watched previously in one of my live streams where I bought this lovely bunch of flowers for $1.75 at my favorite thrift store, Rolling Hills Ministries. From that, I have included, wait, let me try it again. I have added to that, that's the word I want, some lovely kind of a status product, just a dried flower that I painted silver for my son's wedding, and I just held on to it because I held on to everything because that's the kind of hoarder that I am. And I also have these precious little paper roses that I made. I can give them a little close up there. So I have a little paper roses I also made for the wedding. And then here, I took all the flowers that were in my bag and I added stems to them. Now this is where I get really OCD about stuff. I did add stems, but I can always trim them. I want them to be a little bit taller than they were, so that kind of is going to give me some height. And I painted them black because there's no way I was going to be able to stand for them to be green. No. I made this lovely little skull from a Dollar Tree skeleton head, skull, just a skull, no skull, no body attached. And I used what I call my special effects spray that spits everywhere, and I spit all over it with silver. So that just came out lovely. So you still see the bone color, but a lot of crazy silver going on in here. More roses. So I'm kind of splitting this up. I am kind of digging into two different arrangements. Skull, and I think you're getting the papers, and everybody's getting a little bit of this. And then I have my crow. Now my crow was adorable. Look at this beautiful crow that was in that bag for $1.75 for all of this. Well, I was out in my studio and I found a lovely basket. It was an ornament, a Christmas ornament from like 2003. And it had cute little eggs in it, and I popped those eggs right on out, and I put in these skulls, because it's appropriate, don't you think? And I did add the black feathers. If you do not own a feather boa, and you're in business, I'm just saying, you need feather boas, mini, because nothing is more fun than cleaning up after a feather boa. So this is one of the mini ones that just doesn't have all the extra feathers. I just happen to have some black feathers hanging around because, well, that's just what I have. But yes, love that little bit of extra fluff. We want our skulls to be comfy. And then I love the black. I'm just liking the two black velvet, unfortunately, just two. And then these things that are supposed to be like a feathery like thing. A lot of these, and I did add them to a stick as well. So I used my floral sticks. I ran out because I ran out. That happens. So I have a couple without. But most of them do have their little stems and are ready to go. And then this, for some reason, came in the same container and it's going with the skull. So these purples are going with the skull. The leaves, I'm kind of torn between, but I'm leaning towards the skull on that one. And I got that, you know that bunch of flowers from Dollar Tree with the eyeballs? You know that? You know the one I'm talking about? I've had more fun with that one this year. I have used it for my Mad Hatter hat. I have used it for, I made different things, so many different things. So I had all these leaves left over, and I just kind of put them on a stick, which is why I ran up sticks, by the way. So I'm thinking towards this side, but we'll see. And that's got a whole lot of stuff in this. Well, we could always throw roses wherever. I didn't paint my stems black on the roses, but we're going to tuck them way in. And if it doesn't work, I'll just have to pull them out and paint them, because that's what I do. And I had the spider from the eyeball. And it's eyeball, I think, and I painted it with this lovely purple fingernail polish and silver glittery. Make it look fancy. You know, I wish I could do like both close up and far away, but I can't. Definitely a spider kind of thing. So that's always fun to me. And my basket, my vintage basket. How about that little basket? Adorable. Now, I'm going to be making more of a video on this later. If you saw in the video live stream that I did, and the black feathers too, good. Oh, the things you can do with black feathers, I'm just saying. So I had this, I'm definitely going to have to come forward on this one. So I did do a video. I am putting together a video to explain this one more. My lighting may be a monster. Oh, yes, it's working. Please tell me this is working. So when I got this cracked vase, I saw it a couple of times at Rolling Hills, and I didn't buy it. And then finally I said, I'm getting it. I'm going to do this. And I put India ink in all of the crazing, so that cracking is really popping out now. I love it. It's adorable. This one, I think personally, would look better with the crow. And I used styrofoam, because I always have styrofoam around. Now this isn't floral foam, this is the good crunchy kind. And one thing I totally forgot to get, and that was moss. It's in somewhere in my whomever. I don't know. So first of all, now with a centerpiece that's going to be a table where people are going to sit around. I really hate that someone's going to get the back of the bird, but they are, and I totally forgot to glue them. I'm hoping this will work without putting in floral paint, because I don't have any. It's a good reason. You know the sticky stuff that you put across to hold things in? Yeah, no, of all things, I don't have that. But I was thinking I could just glue gum that in. It's a stick. Maybe. It's not going to stay stuck, is it? Just tell me. It's not going to stay. But I don't want it so high that people can't see over. That's why I kept my sticks relatively low. And my balance is going to be off at first. I'm going to get it balanced. And so I'm afraid I'm going to miss out on this really good. Oh, working in these nails is a whole nother thing. Oh, I love that sound. Oh, it's a good sound. See, I'm thinking it's too tall. Wow, it's got a grip on it. This is not floral foam, by the way. I guess you figured that out when I can't get that out. So I am going to trim this sucker down with scissors that I no longer have, sitting right here in my drawer. Why? Why have you gone? I'm not the only person who lives in this house, by the way. We might not be able to do anything. 2 pair of scissors, both gone. Yes, they tell you to prepare ahead, and this happens. But I have magnificent strength. Is it on here somewhere? I feel I was watching this other live stream. I was like, person couldn't find anything. We could see her stuff. She couldn't find it. Breaking it off. One more try. Yes, I like it low. Much better. Maybe too low. In the box. There, perfect. Ta-da! So, I really love this glitter crow. I think it's fabulous. Let's see, we got somebody. Hey, what's going on? And let's see, I got some things. Feather boa. Love the feather boas. Thank you so much. Which is, so my feathers. Let's see how this feather situation is going to work. They might be too long, too. I kind of like them sticky out. I didn't think black on, what was I thinking? I wasn't thinking black on black. Goodness. Can you see what's going on here? I should go put on an apron so you can see. Oh, my roses. I better put my features in. Okay, so here's my roses, and I'm thinking one on either side somewhere. Oh, I do want to break these off. Yeah, I think gluing it down is a good thing, by the way. Next time, glue it down. One sad thing about my glue, my little $1.75 for a whole bag of stuff. This one does have some glue on one of the petals. Let's see where this one is. That bird wants nothing to do with me. Blew the coop, and it survived. Yes, this is why I don't craft live, by the way. One thing after another. Now, let's see what we've got against a better background, hopefully. No, they're all black. Okay, let's see something closer. So I've kind of got this going. Now I just feel like I need some filler. Now, I do like some of my leaves. I mean, what are they? I'm assuming these are feathers. So I want some tall. So these are my short ones, and these are my tall ones. Hoping this is going to be easy peasy. Wow, the noise. So So next time you want to do a floral arrangement live, do it first so you'll have holes already. Oh, the things we learn. The things we learn the hard way. Yeah, that's not happening. I did kind of plan out how I wanted my, some of these things to go. I'm not a professional floral arranger. I'm just a witch. And this is not magic by any means. I have a short one. In the back. Perfect. Now the table setting that I'm putting together started out one thing and ended up another. I love it when that happens. It started out to be more one of my dark academia style, and then it got cuter and cuter, and it just got too cute. And so I totally lost the whole dark academia, and it's just cute now. Cute little skeletons. And I do love this stuff, and especially if I'm able to get it to go in to the styrofoam. And it's almost why don't you get out of character here and say a bad word? There we go. Thinking I have a plan. Hang on. I've got a plan. Where's the skewer? I'm fixing this problem. I am nothing if not resourceful. I'm gonna jump ahead here. I am just stabbing this in advance. I'm going to make this work. Isn't it brilliant? Annie, Annie knows. Is she still with us? She may have had to pop out. But Annie, I wanted to talk to you about something. I think she's going to have to leave us because she has to go back to work. She does. But we will talk later. I have a little bit of a plan for her. But yes, we are definitely people who can think on the fly. And I just think that's brilliant. And that is why some of us have jobs, right? Oh, that really said, let's see. I don't know, free. There she was, rotten teeth. What are we talking about? What have I missed? Oh no, I have an iPad side with, this, I have a lovely witch myself. I will have to I put her away this year. She just was competing with my looks. Couldn't stand it. So I put her away. But yes, this is definitely helping, starting it with a little skewer here. Definitely gonna make a difference. Oh no, this stuff, there's a reason we use floral picks, because this is getting really dry. And we'll stick some in here. Now Crow, you and I are going to have a talk. You are not where I want you to be. I want you to stand up straight now. A few more picks, hopefully. We can be sort of finished with this. And I will put some more moss and filler in it later. I'm now wondering, wow, this is some angling my phone down, because that apparently is a thing. His phone get harder as he gets older, because I've had this stuff for quite a while. I don't know, a few more dozen of those. I think we're going to have a flower arrangement, see the picture, and my community page when I have it finished. This one will probably, oh my goodness, so much more involved than I thought. This one is going to go on probably my buffet in my living room. I like that idea. So you're coming over here. Now this one is the most important because I need this for my dining table, for my lovely table setting. I would really like to have my scissors. I really wish I knew what happened. I can't imagine. They're here! You sneaky devils. I leave now, but you know. Once again, hang on. Let's see. We're going to see if the glue gun works for this. Probably not. Just going to melt it, isn't it? We're going to try. It's always better to try. Got a second to set up. I have some other things coming up. I have how to make an adorable little witch's broom. What else is over here? Just a few things. Just a few fun things to do. Got it. Now, being that he is the center of attention, I'm going to place him dead center. And now my other featured pieces, my leaves. This one's actually, I'm going to say it's punching in a lot easier. Could be wrong. Roses, let me think. Do my roses need, yes. Does everybody want to come down lower? Yes. We're trimming. We're trimming and we're trimming. Taking about an inch or so off. Always start with the long sticks. You can always trim them. This is such an unusual color. It's kind of a smoky, purpley gray. And I think just that little bit of purple is just what I wanted. Why are you also difficult? I know I didn't get you at a point and I'm paying for it now. Yes, be sure when you cut these, cut them at an angle like you're doing a flower. So you got a nice point. Just want to point that out. That's so sweet. And what I love about this particular set, I think we trim this one about 2 inches off, is that I have threes. Threes are so nice. Well, hello, Melissa. Oh, no. Melissa, I am not a professional flower arrangement or wreath maker. Wreath, can't say the word, by any means, but Melissa is. Oh, by the way, I heard of a wonderful little challenge coming up. And you know what? Melissa, I will let you put it in the chat, please, about Spooktacular, I believe, is what you're hosting on actual Halloween, which is going to be so lovely because that is when my house will look its very best. And I definitely want to show that one off. So I think it'll be so much fun to do like a little live tour of the house for that challenge. That will be delightful. So yes, please tell us a little bit more about it and post a link if you need to your channel and where we can find more information on that. That was definitely something we wanted to talk about. Yes, but we're talking about real flowers too. Real flowers need special care, and I know about that. So no, these are fake, and these were $1.75 at the thrift store. Come on. So one of the other things I did, which is just hilarious, I actually used one of the leaves from my Dollar Tree roses. Let me get over here, and I just kind of wrapped. I don't like this plastic stuff, plastic. So I just put a little leaf to kind of fill in some of the black area. I mean, that white area is really black. So I do love this. Oh, I do like it. Fancy. Oh, this one's going to be kind of cool. Look, I think you need to come up a little bit. So a lot of it's just a lot of zhooshing. Just zhooshing. Lots of that. So, now my leaves are needing a little love. They got a little warped. Hard for being in a bag. I'm going to rearrange. So one of my leaves has no stem. And I'm stealing this one from the side and putting it in the front so it'll sit a little bit lower. Oh, the decisions one must make when doing decor. I do find myself doing that a lot where I will change out things off and on. So, speaking of collaborations and things, I'm trying to put something together with my dear friends, Annie and some of her other people I've met through her that are just incredibly talented, and they like the whole dark academia thing. So be on the lookout for that. Putting together one more shot at dark academia, but not until January. I'm not ready to pack it away yet. I love my stuff. Okay, so I have this kind of interesting color. Now for the fun. Oh, two of these. Now, no, do I want these? This is where it gets weird because I don't know if I want these. Now, no one in the back gets to see anything fun, so at least give them one of these. Guys, I think we're going to have to trim them back to see. You're competing with my rose. Silly thing. It really is, actually. Let me set it higher. Maybe it just needs to set up. Is that better? A little bit higher, maybe? Here. This is going to look like a Mickey Mouse. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to like this. Let's see. Does he look weird with those two by his head? What do y'all think? Is that kind of weird looking? I don't know. Do you know all this? I did this crooked. Yes, I forgot about the handle. Oh, silly me. The handle moves. My little spider, he's going in the back because somebody on the other side table should have something fun to look at. Sticking him in the back. So now, I'm loving him. He's, less is more, but I'm thinking still, maybe a little more with this one. I'm going to use these little black things here for fillers. I may not even use my roses on this one. I might put that in some other arrangement. Because I have a plan. I always have a plan. I have another one just in case. Just in case. I needed that. So I like the leaves. I think the bits of black leaves poking out, they're filling in nicely. I don't think I'm going to need status on this one. I think it just needed the black pop. Here and there. Oh, and I bought this lovely vase. At first, I didn't even think about it being a cauldron when I first saw it, and then I started thinking, you know what? I think that's a cauldron. So black. Let's see. Yeah, running out. And there's one left. So 1, 2. I think I'm an even number. That can't happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. What is going on? I don't think I need it. I think it would not work. Wait. I have an idea. Right behind his head. That's what it needs. A little spot back here. Could use a little black. Kind of like a collar around his little head. Fun. Alright, so just a little filler back in there. I don't know. What else would it need? Maybe some. Maybe. I don't know though. Just shove some down here at the bottom. Oh, you know, without sticking it into the actual. I'm gonna try it. I always love adding these things because I love that lacy effect that it creates, this sort of light and airy look to your arrangement. Especially since I have a spider in there. I need some spider webs in there. Now, oh, is Melissa still with us? Because I have a question for everyone. I need some help with this. Well, hello, Daniela. Glad you're here today. By the way, has anyone figured out what to do with this stuff? I don't know. I have some. Thrifted, of course. I am so glad I didn't commit to buying some of that stuff because that is crazy. I don't know what to do with it. And I'm looking for suggestions. I thought about making like little things to kind of go in things, but yeah, this stuff is crazy. I don't know. I can't figure it out. So I'm kind of liking the little bits of I'm just kind of poking it. I'm not really committing by sticking it into the styrofoam at this point. What do y'all think? Is that helping? Oh, good. Now this needs to be against black. You think that helps? Just a little thing sticking out, sticky outy things? Is it working? Let me know. Ooh, it's a big one. You don't want to get too full. Well, I don't like that either. So many decisions. So, gotta go. Oh, by the way, well, hang on, Danielle. I was thinking of you. I will have to contact you. I will have to go on your, you're on Instagram, correct? I'll find you on Instagram. So I did want to talk to her about something. I was thinking of her. Thinking of her lovely self. Like our girls make tiny bows in the reason, right? So this, out of this, little bows, thought about that. I did, because I do have purple in here, but is it going to be too blingy? Am I shaking it up too high? Just keeping it, maybe need to keep it subtle. I don't know. Might a little bit of kiss of purple on the back with my spider. But yes, the things you can do with fingernail polish, it's amazing. So yeah, I'm kind of content with this one. I'm liking the status here and there. I think it's sort of, maybe looks better in real life than it does on camera. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're seeing. But you will see it on my table. Yes, the challenge was to add things from the Dollar Tree or 99-cent store, that type place. And, well, I just kind of went the other, I didn't, well, it's supposed to be a fall arrangement. Well, fall to me is all about Thanksgiving. And then later you just eat a lot and be grateful. Well, and then you're grateful for a long time for that. Well, hopefully the rest of the year. And then some. Now, yes, so basically what I did with this, in case you wanted to know, I spray painted it. That's all I did. I just took it and spray painted it. Much better with this stuff. Nice. Oh, I'm so glad. Let me see. Got this balance over here. And this all goes back to those years of college that I took and just how to be an artist, and I'm decorating a skull. Centerpiece. So there's that. professors, thank you so much for everything you've taught me. I've been able to use it in many forms, and that's what's important. It's how you use it. The fact is, I am using it. I don't know, this becomes a thing. You can get a little obsessed with these little suckers, and you want to put them everywhere, and then the next thing you know, you have no flowers, just this everywhere. So I will have to tell my little story. I may have told this before because I'm known to do that. I'm known to repeat myself, but I am very proud of it. So my daughter-in-law and son had a Star Wars Harry Potter merge for their wedding. And everything kind of had to blend, and it was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. And so the wedding was very formal in a church. That part was formal. But all the other festivities were very fun and creative. And I really got a chance to do some fun things with that. So I hung on to everything I used. So that would be another thing. Okay, so like I said, you can get obsessed with these things. I can see about 1 million different places to put them. And I better stop because I left a very small window of space for my centerpiece, but you will be seeing that in the upcoming video on how I use Dollar Tree stuff. Oh, I hate to do it. Okay, there it is. Ta-da! Is that good? Is that work? Is that gonna work? All right, I'm gonna put it up. So it may have to go on the stand because the candle is now right under it. And the candle's going to catch these little suckers on fire. I know it is. Hang on a sec. So this one, let me just try something really quick. Do I want to put the paper roses in here? No, I don't. I don't. It's just not working. Not just because you get the idea doesn't mean it's going to work. I think this is going to be a little too glitzy for the look that I want this to have, so not going to happen. So back in the basket to you. And we might get back to this bird later. And then these, I believe, needs more. Much more. If all else fails, add more status. Or whatever this is called. Now, do need to clean up my spot. You know how I love my witches, my little sisters here, my precious little sisters. So, I'm going to keep some of my tools handy, and I don't even know what this is. Oh, I do know what this is. This was in my, oh my goodness, this was in my package. My styrofoam is to stick it in the bottom of the, don't even, it's one of those days. And there goes the cleaning supplies. Oh my gosh, got such a mess to clean up. So, getting rid of all this. So, I guess, hey, I'm hanging on to these. These are good. Good things. Find use for those somewhere. Oh my goodness, what a mess. What a mess. More? How many did you break off? In the basket. Yes, those are old, and they're very dry, and they're very brittle, so they may not survive past Halloween. So, with my girls, one more try. I had these brooms. These came from another doll that came from a clown doll. It was an Emmett Kelly doll, and where he sweeps up the big light, the big spotlight thing that he did. Doesn't he do that, or is that someone else? Anyway, that thing. And I thought, well, this, my girls need a broom. That's not a broom. That's not a broom. This is a broom. That's more like it. Now, this is a broom a witch can be proud of, right here. So here's my funny story. You need your big broom now. Let's get this on you. You know, I love to dress up my girls. So with my broom is a funny story because, once again, thrifted finds. But I actually bought sticks at Ben Franklin that was going out of business about 20-something years ago. And they had sticks, bags of sticks. So I bought them because you buy sticks, right? But I did because they're so cool. And got all my supplies over here. So recently, I was at my favorite store, Rolling Hills Miniature Thrift Store, and I found a big goodie bag full of stuff, and it was sort of like just a Mod Podge of, craft supplies, and it was weird stuff like wreaths and things, but it's like heart-shaped, grapevine, kind of just weird stuff. In it were these lovely little brooms, and there's like a little whisk broom, and they're cinnamon. Oh, they're lovely. So I found these. Now this is going to be really interesting to do. Here's one of my sticks that I got in the bag of sticks. I only have 3 sticks left. I'm sorry, I'm going to go have to find my 4th girl her own stick. But the good news is we had a spiral willow tree that died, but I kept the whole tree. It's shoved up under my barn. My studio, actually. Yes. So I had this wonderful stick. I've had this stick for, a stick now, people. Stick for over 20 years. It's just a stick, but yet I've saved it. But I've used them. I make Santas as well because, it depends on the time of year, what kind of witch I am. But I had this stick that I was going to use with a Santa for staff. So that's where most of my sticks ended up going. I don't remember how many. I had maybe 9, 10, not many. But I broke it. So I had to mend it, and I did a really great job mending it because may as well. Make it look really good.